Once upon a time, there was a princess called Adaego. Adaego was the beloved daughter of the great king Obisike of Uzaza Kingdom. Pampered and spoiled by her parents, being their only child, she was arrogant and disrespectful. Whenever her mother tried to correct her rude behavior, she would run to her father for protection. At 16, Adaego had no friends except Ijeoma, who came from a poor family. Despite their differences, Adaego often helped Ijeoma with clothes and food so as to keep their friendship. Ijeoma tried to change Adaego's attitude, but found her to be stubbornly arrogant. The servant feared the princess, and her parents did little to help matters. One morning, a group of village warriors rushed into the palace, panting heavily. They announced that the warriors, Agama, a very powerful and feared neighboring village, were invading their town. The king, confused and restless, summoned the villagers and instructed them to leave for safety. He called the chief maid and said, "Ngozi, please take Adaego to your village until the war is over." "Okay, my king," Ngozi replied. "Please take good care of Adaego as if she were your own," the king pleaded, handing her some cowries. He then called Adaego and, together with his wife, broke the tragic news to her. Adaego cried, saddened by the news, but her parents assured her they would come back for her. Though it was uncertain, wishing her parents well, Adaego left immediately with Ngozi. They ran deeper into the bush and settled in a far-off village. The once arrogant princess learned humility, but her parents never returned. The maid lied to her that she got news that her parents died and the whole community was sold as slaves. Adaego often cried and sang songs of sorrow. 3 years after the incident, Ngozi's husband passed away, and she blamed Adaego for her misfortune. Ngozi began abusing and mistreating Adaego, forcing her into hard labor. One Eke market day, Ngozi returned from the market around 8 p.m. and started beating Adaego, who was sieving cassava. She accused Adaego of gathering too little firewood. No one came to Adaego's aid. Ngozi's children just watched, making funny faces. "Ma'am, I did everything you asked me to do. This firewood will be enough for tomorrow morning," Adaego pleaded. "Are you challenging me in my own house?" Ngozi snapped. "Now let's see who the owner of this house is. Go now and get more firewood," chasing Adaego with a cane. Please ma, you know that once it's 7 p.m., no one goes to the forest to fetch firewood. It is the tradition of the village," Adaego pleaded. "Tradition my foot," Ngozi retorted, chasing Adaego out of the house. Adaego sang and cried tears of agony as she hurried towards the forest. On her way, she encountered a very old, wretched woman. The old woman looked so ugly, hungry, and unkempt, with fewer than 10 teeth. Her pale appearance was enough to scare anyone away. Adaego was walking alone towards the forest to fetch firewood when she heard a quiet but frightening voice, pulling her back to reality. She had been crying in agony. "What are you doing here at this ungodly hour?" the old woman asked. Adaego startled, just stared at her in fear. She wanted to run, but her instinct reassured her of safety. The old woman invited her over, saying it was too late to be outside. Adaego wondered if the woman was a spirit or human. The woman continued, "Please, come with me to my house. I don't know what is wrong, but you look like you need rest and good food. You seem so exhausted. Tomorrow morning, we can talk more." Adaego, feeling confused and unwilling to go back to her own house, longing for love and care, she dropped her rope and cutlass, then followed the woman, having already made up her mind. She went home with Nene, the old woman, and slept after eating the yam porridge she was served. The next day, Adaego asked the old woman who she was, and the old woman told her she was from Adaego's village. She had married an Ozaza man, but sadly, her husband and children had passed away. She claimed to have been Adaego's father's nanny, when he was little and promised to take good care of her. Adaego was overjoyed. Nene was a farmer who rarely went to the market and only associated with Aku, who she claimed was her childhood friend. Adaego also never interacted with anyone else. Nene cared for Adaego, who had already spent a year in her house, and called her mother. One fateful day, Aku visited their house, and Nene sent Adaego to fetch firewood. Unfortunately, Adaego forgot her rope, and upon returning, overheard whispers and eavesdropped on their conversation. Nne, when are you sacrificing that girl? We thirst for her. When are we expecting her? Aku asked. That girl's spirit is very strong. I will try to see what I can do. Nene replied, Please do your best, Aku assured her. Adaego was shocked when she overheard their plot against her. She was speechless. Suddenly, she heard Aku say, Nne, I sense someone's presence. I think we are being watched. There is no one here. Adaego won't be back anytime soon, Nne assured her. But my instincts are never wrong, Aku insisted, standing up to check outside. However, she couldn't find anyone because Adaego had already hidden behind a mango tree in the compound. Adaego wondered if this was her fate. Where could she go? She couldn't return to Ngozi's house. As she prepared to run, the goats scattered, thinking she was chasing them, which drew the attention of the old woman. Immediately, Adaego ran. Watch out for part 2. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.